Did the Giants do enough, in your opinion, guys, as we sit here now, to keep pace in the NFC East? Sean, your division, talk about it.
Yeah, listen, this is a huge offseason for the Giants, no doubt about it. And for them in the division, it's not about keeping pace, it's catching up. I mean, they've been so far behind every other team in this division. And you can even see the Giants, they're still trying to get over all of these transgressions from the past. At a time when every other team in the NFL is adding players, the Giants are getting rid of a player in James Bradbury. They're still trying to figure out this salary cap hell that they've been in. And I think when you look at what they did in the draft, phenomenal, great players. But if I'm a veteran player on the New York Giants right now, and I'm looking at a rookie to rescue us from the depths of hell, like we're in trouble. As rookies get drafted and a veteran player, they come in and you say, look, we hope you contribute. Like, we don't need you to win us games. We just need you to not lose us games. But I think the Giants are a little bit different right now. I think they need Kayvon Thibodeau to show up. They need Evan Neal to produce right away. And for me and the Giants, this offense has been so bad, so pedestrian. Give me a healthy Saquon Barkley. Can we just kind of go back and reflect a little bit?
I love that.
Saquon was healthy. When he was Rookie of the Year, he was running away from people, running through tacklers, breaking arm tackles. That's what the Giants need right now, all right? They need Saquon to be healthy. They drafted Evan Neal. Yes, he was a left tackle at Alabama. Yes, he can pass block. They drafted him to play right tackle so that he can run block. So Brian Daboll is going to have a great impact on this offense. I feel like the offense was so stale the last couple of years. They had zero answers for anybody. And the issue has been the wide receivers. Now, when you look at last season, what went on, it was mind-boggling. Andrew Thomas, they ran a trick play. Andrew Thomas caught a touchdown pass. There was a point in time when he had more touchdown catches than half the receiving crew. Kadarius Toney, we're still waiting for him to score a touchdown as a New York Giant. Kenny Golladay, the free agent prize from last offseason, has yet to score a touchdown in a Giants uniform.
That's rough.
And yet he was the leading receiver last season. Darius Slayton had 2 touchdowns last season receiving. The second one was on the final game of the season. That's how bad this passing offense was. So for the Giants, keeping pace, no, they've got to catch up before they can even keep pace. But that production's got to be their offensive. They got to find a way to score some points in the red zone. Brian Daboll's he's got his hands full because he doesn't have quite the horsepower that some of these other teams do when you look around the league. So for the Giants, it's go time. It's tough sledding, but they've got an uphill climb to even get level with some of these other teams.
I don't know. You're spot on with everything you're saying. I don't know if it's go time because I feel like, to your point, like this isn't the year. Like if they do something, great. Like this is not the year to keep pace with the Cowboys. Like, this was the gut renovation year. Joe Shane got there and he got a house and it was like, I can either put a Band-Aid on the stairwell or try to fix this pipe here, or I could just say, let's tear it all apart. And that's what they did. You bring in Brian Daboll first as a coach, but you also look at this roster. It's like if they continued to convert these salaries, it would have been just the same things they've done in years past, and they'd get deeper and deeper and deeper into this money hole. Look at some of the names that they're losing here. These were names like James Bradbury is a Pro Bowl cornerback. They had to let him go. Logan Ryan is a leader in the locker room. They let him go. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick that they traded Odell Beckham for. They have to let him go. Evan Ingram, a former first-round pick. That's not an offseason that you want to see. It means that things haven't gone well. You also look back in recent years, Giants, they took Saquon Barkley over Josh Allen. They took Saquon Barkley over Quentin Nelson. Last year, they passed on Micah Parsons. He was sitting there, a Penn State guy. The Giants have gone to the Penn State well a million times. Micah Parsons sitting there like, we're going to trade back. Like, this is Joe Shane getting there and like, we have to rip the ground out. We got
gut reno.
We got to go total gut reno on this thing. So, the truth of the matter is...
Chip and Joanna with a sledgehammer.
Even
demo day.
Extreme version.
But what are Giants fans are okay with
I don't know. I think Giants fans are like, we got Thibodeau. Let's go. And it's like, no. Slow down. Like, it's going to get worse before it gets better. And maybe they surprise us and they play a better brand of football. But this is going to be a long-term partnership between Joe Shane, Brian Daboll, and whoever the quarterback is next season. It might be Daniel Jones, but we will see this year.
The name came up.
But like, if you're telling me that like this, like, are they keeping pace with what? They got a defensive tackle and Kevin. Like, no, like they didn't. Like, but who knows? They might be more fun to watch, and you might know that there's a long-term plan in place. At least there's fresh blood.
There is fresh blood. I marked the time, by the way. 7:06:58 into the hour was the first time the name Daniel Jones was mentioned. We got to do it, and I guess I have to do it every time. I'm gonna try to be positive.
Move that bus.
Can he play? Is he good? Is he going to make a jump? And Giants fans have been on me for this because we talk about this a lot. And I always say there are 2 moments for Daniel Jones in 3 years. The first one as a rookie against Tampa Bay, and he ran in and made a great play and was amazing. He became Danny Dimes. The other one was when he fell against the Eagles. Those are the 2 moments. No. In fairness, there is another unbelievable moment, and it came last season. Let's just roll it right now because they're like, you forgot about this. Granted. Watch what Daniel Jones does here. It's going to be a handoff. It's going to be a wide receiver pass. And, oh, my God, Daniel Jones, what a play. This is an incredible play. Guys, in a game that they won and that Daniel Jones played well and they're at home and they're in MetLife. And, oh, my gosh, the context here is they were 1-5 at the time. He played a few more games after this sensational play, and we haven't seen him since. Are we going to see him this year? Because, Peter, I respect the talk about salary conversion. I really do. It's the meat and potatoes of what we do. It's the quarterback. Is this guy going to take a big jump? No option. They didn't pick it up. This is effectively the dead man walking year. The only scenario in which the Giants keep pace or catch up or scratch a wild card or who knows, win the division is like, holy crap, Daniel Jones grew up right in front of us. He did a Josh Allen under Dave. It really happened. And now the Giants are in this mess where we got to pay him and we got to do something. Like we didn't pick up the option and now he's our guy. I love Thibodeau. I love all the Evan Neal. Those are great players.
Wandale.
Yeah, why not? Daniel Jones. Is this time or are we drafting a quarterback next year with everybody else? That's my question. And I keep asking it every time.
If they want to sniff the playoffs, Thibodeau has to be the best player on the field at any given time, and Daniel Jones has to show up. I don't care. Like the full screens of what they did in the offseason, I'm over. I can't. I love you, Sean. You can't show them to me. If they got Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, and Darren Waller, it would still be, can Daniel do it? Can Daniel Jones do it? I don't care about the players around him at this point because he hasn't proven that he can do it with anybody out there. That's the question I really have. I don't care how loaded the offense is. Is he your guy? It seems like this 2 to 3 years out thing, and it also seems like it's trending in the right direction. And it's also very weird, Peter, as I try to understand this Giants fan base more and more, and I every time bring it up and defer to you because you do know it. I feel patience about this fan base right now. I feel the excitement. And maybe it has something to do with there's 2 adults in the room. Yeah. And Dable and the new GM, and them being able to sort of have a grip on this and that gut run-out because at least it was done. But I have this feeling that Giants fans are like, if Daniel Jones isn't the solution, if he's not the answer, at least we know that. We'll get through this year and we'll move on. And it's a weird patience and optimism I have not, in my experience in New York, had with the Giants. I
think that's spot on. And then drafting 2 people in the trenches this year, was like, all right, that's Giants football. They didn't go for some flashy wide receiver or the first-round pick. It was like, it's Giants football to have an offensive tackle and a defensive lineman who can get to the quarterback. But, Kay, you're right. I think everyone knows the score. And they let go of some people in the front office this year. They totally redid the coaching staff. It feels like they've got the right people in charge, but until we play football.
Well, not only can Daniel play, but can he stay healthy? You think about the quarterback that he replaced, didn't miss a single snap or a game in his entire career. Daniel Jones, every single year, he gets dinged. He's taking all these hits. So it's not just about his ability, it's about his availability.
Give me something to hang my hat on. Like, you won't come out, Sean, and say vehemently, this is the guy, I believe in him, so give me something to be excited about with the quarterback.
With Daniel Jones?
Yeah.
I don't think he gets enough credit for how accurate he is.
Accuracy.
I think he watch him in practice, and there's been times in games where, Danny Dimes isn't just a cliche. Right. And I remember his first year. Look, the Tampa Bay game was big. When they played up in New England, he had a couple of unbelievable throws to Golden Tate. I even look back to 2 years ago when they played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the defending Super Bowl. They ended up winning the Super Bowl that year. They had him against the ropes. So there's been flashes of it. Yeah. But it's the consistency thing. That's where it is. For Daniel Jones, John Mara came out and said, look, we've done enough things to try to mess this kid up. When I see the amount of dysfunction that's going on in front of him, I say, look, Joe Montana wouldn't have won games with what was going on in front of him. So that's why, for me, Daniel Jones is still TBD.
Was it any worse than Joe Burrow last year? Getting sacked 70 times? That's the thing. There's at some point.
Are you kidding me? You don't think Daniel Jones would have thrown 20 touchdowns with Jamar Chase?
Offensive line, I'm saying. And Daniel Jones does have Kenny Galladay, a first-round pick.
The highest paid free agent that year.
It's not like he hasn't.
I'd take Jamar Chase any day.